Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the gift of your time, for being here. I am so fortunate that you've decided to spend this time with us. I'm Antonio, and this is Majesty Sussex Report. If you're new to the channel, thank you for giving us a chance and the opportunity. And I'm very happy that you stumbled upon our channel. You're destined to be here right now. Please stay until the end. And if you do like what we have done or our content, do subscribe, thumbs up for the like, and please feel free to leave us a comment or feedback. Just a little bit of a caveat, we do not allow any sort of hateful comment on our environment or in our space. The space and environment we're trying to build is one of positivity, of love, of caring for each other, and constructive criticism is a good thing. But hateful comments or those kind of things not acceptable here, so they will be deleted. So don't waste your time if you're going to do something like that. But again, if you're new, welcome, and hope you enjoy it. Now for the subscribers. Oh man, you have surpassed any sort of expectations that I had. But this is ridiculous, guys. What's wrong with me? Your generosity of heart has really moved me. And I've seen within the last 2 weeks or so how your amazing support. I am so grateful. I never thought that we would be even close to 400 subscribers at this time and moment. And I am so, so, so grateful. Thank you. And I think I should do the dance. So I keep promising that I'll do the dance. But maybe, yeah, okay. Dance time. Wow, and that was Queen Maxima of the Netherlands. I just loved it, watching her dance. When I first saw a clip of her dancing, I kind of thought, is that Queen Maxima from Holland, like the Netherlands? And I didn't know much about the history, so I was like, this woman has got rhythm. And not to stereotype or anything, but usually when you see the royals doing anything, and in any of these royal families, it's usually very traditional sort of dances and stuff, right? Very structured. So to see her move her hips like that and to have rhythm, I was like, is she like has a little bit of Latina in her or Latin or some other mix? I need to find out. So when I found that she's actually from Argentina, so she's Latina, and with background or her heritage going back to Spain and Italy. I think her family moved from the Basque Country in Spain to Argentina in 17 something, and so I was like, you got the blood. It's there. I can see it. So it was just great, and she is very much loved by her people. Um, she met the king at the time, Prince, when they both attended the Seville, the Feria de Abril de Sevilla, which is the Seville Fair that they have in April. They usually have it after the Holy Week, so after Easter, and it's on one of my bucket lists, and I want to kind of go to because I love the sort of fashion and stuff that people wear, and so they met then, and she was working at a time in New York City in banking. They agreed to meet in New York again. She didn't believe him once he told her that he was actually a prince. And well, eventually she did believe him. He proposed. She said yes. They got married. Her parents were not invited to the wedding. Right? Drama, right? But there's some story behind that. And I don't want to get us derailed from our main topic, so not going to get into much of that. But this is really fantastic. I don't know a lot about them, so if there's stuff that I need to know, that I should know in order to form a balanced opinion, please let me know. Comment. But for now, I just love watching her dance, and I know King Willem had issued an official apology for the Dutch involvement in the slave trade, at least 100 steps ahead of what the British are actually doing, and I have to applaud them for at least taking those steps forward. Right. I also Queen Maxima is very much so involved in LGBTQ plus rights. She is very much involved in when migrants or immigrants into the country, their integration and making sure that there's resources available for them. Same as financial literacy, coming from a financial background herself. She's very big on educating people on finances and investment and so on. And on I think a visit not too long ago to Nairobi, one of the pictures I think you'll probably see, she has her binders going into a meeting in her capacity of visiting Nairobi, and it just reminded me of Megan, right? Even Megan goes to visit anywhere, she's going anywhere, she has her binders, the research she's done, and I don't know, unless there's like other stuff that is going to, make me not see this couple in a better light. I think they should become friends with Meghan and Harry, and because I think they would have more in common than not. Anyways, let's carry on, get on with our theme of today. All right, then. That's just wonderful. As many of you know, there was a different type of podcast that was promised for today. And the reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I was struggling quite a lot in getting that one completed the way I envisioned or the way I wanted you folks to experience it. And I had about 175 slides for the first sort of version of it, and it didn't have the tone, or I didn't like it, and I redid it. And at this point, I had about, I don't know, 100. No, I went 230 or something like that. Didn't like it again, and tried for the third time. At this point, I had about 300 slides, and I just did not feel right about it. And I'd spent the entire day trying to work on it, and not being happy at all about what was being produced. So I decided to take a break. Usually, if something is not coming out the way I wanted it to, or it's not meeting a certain level of my own standards, I just walk away from it and then come back later, just in case, there's new thought that might come in, or maybe I just need a break from the material to be inspired again. And then I ended up, going into social media and seeing pictures all over the place with Prince Harry at the racetrack, and it just give me joy, because just his face alone, like, you can see this guy just super happy, like in his element, going, "Oh me, holy cow!" And I was like, "Oh my, that's awesome!" And then I started to see a few of the pictures that look back at him and his mom, Princess Diana, and it just moved my heart. Just watching him there and seeing him as a little boy. Oh, damn it. And every time I see pictures like that, I keep remembering how they made that boy walk behind the casket of his mother, and the trauma that eternally leaves you in. And when people start to come at him because he brings it up, it gets me so mad, because no one is entitled to tell him how long he needs to bring it up, or how long that pain he will carry it. That's his pain, and they made him. So anyone saying that, "Enough, we don't want to hear about him talking about it," you shut up, go away. When you have gone through his experiences, then maybe you may have a seat and talk. Other than that, go away. Anyways, and watching that really moved me. Like, I kept thinking, I'm seeing like the little sparkle in this little boy, and at the same time this adult, the same sparkle in his eyes. And it made me think about our inner child. And when we revisit moments or places that our inner child has been to or had experiences at, what does that mean for us as adults? What does it do to us as adults? And have we sort of broken off the communication or relationship with that inner child? Because for some people who have had traumatic childhoods or have gone through traumatic things in their childhood, many times they may tend to kind of disconnect, right, in order to protect what they are becoming in their adulthood. So they may disconnect from that child, that wounded child, or that child that has suffered trauma. I would argue, I mean, I'm no therapist, psychologist, or anything like that, but in my own journey and in reading and connecting, and I do have a therapist that I speak to every so often, which is absolutely great to kind of center myself in my own with my thoughts and so on. Connecting back to your inner child really helps resolve a lot of not only issues, but also helps resolve questions that you may have today. Even reminding you of things that you enjoyed and reconnecting you to that. So that is what this podcast is about today. It's about reconnecting to our inner child. So we're going to do some stuff. I'm going to explain as to why it's important to reconnect to your inner child. So find yourself a comfy place, right? I like when you folks are listening, and we're going through this experience for you to be comfortable. So if you need to grab some water, coffee, tea, a beverage, whatever that may be, um, please go ahead and do so, and we will start. And welcome back. We are in a different set, different room now, and this is what I may call sort of the in-between room. This is, the playroom almost. As we were talking, and we're going to be speaking more about that inner child. I, as a child, as a kid, loved Lego. Lego was my favorite thing to play with because I was able to make things. I was really good at it too. My brother, however, would destroy everything I made, which infuriated me. I remember. And I would go and I started to hide like the houses I was building, or like whatever I was building, and he was just like, he would find it, and he would just like, I don't know why he would do this stuff. He would just destroy it and be like, ah. But I guess it's sort of part of the relationship between siblings, right? And today I have a great relationship with my brother. I love him very much, and we have a very, very, very close relationship. So that was just, I don't know, kid stuff, I guess. So Lego was part of my favorite toy to play with, and I used to have also little mini racing cars. I had a track. It was I think it was electrical, or no, it ran on batteries, I think, and that also I love. Mind you, I didn't grow up to learn anything about cars, or I know nothing, nothing. So don't think because I liked it as a kid that I know like what engine, what mark, what brand, what this. I know nothing. Like I am uninutil. I am of no use if anything happens to the car or know anything about a car. I'll just look at a car and go, oh, I kind of like that one. Why do you like it? Oh, it's kind of pretty. That is the extent of my knowledge, guys. So that's what that's the extent of my knowledge. So what was your favorite toy? What was your favorite thing growing up to play with, or what toys did you have, or maybe you were more athletic and was outside most of the times playing sports, or being more physical in that sense, or maybe you were as a kid had boxes or something and you let your mind um, create an environment. So share with us in the comment section, you know, what, what was that thing or that toys, or what did bring you that joy and happiness as a child to integrate into your playing and all that kind of stuff. So here we go. I'm going to just go down some of the benefits as to why we should connect with our inner child ever so often. Your inner child represents the purest, most authentic version of yourself from your past. So here's some of the reasons why nurturing this connection is so vital. Emotional healing. Your inner child carries the emotions and experiences from your formative years. By connecting with them, you can address and heal any unresolved emotional wounds or trauma. This process helps you release emotional baggage and find closure. Self discovery. Reconnecting with your inner child allows you to explore your authentic self, the part of you that was unburdened by societal expectations or life complexities. It's an opportunity to rediscover your true instincts and passion and values and interest. Healing relationships. Many of our adult relationships are influenced by our childhood experiences. By understanding and healing our inner child, you can improve your interactions with others. This often leads to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Increase resilience. Your inner child holds your early experiences of resilience and adaptability. By tapping into this strength, you can better navigate life's challenges and setbacks. It reminds you of your ability to overcome adversity. Joy and playfulness. Your inner child is the source of joy and playfulness. Your inner child is the source of joy, creativity, and playfulness. Reconnecting with them can bring a sense of wonder and excitement. Recalling those experiences can bring part of that past into your present. It's a reminder to cherish the simple pleasures and not to take life so seriously. Self compassion. Your inner child is deserving of love, care, and nurturing. Let me repeat that. Your inner child is deserving of love, care, and nurturing. By treating them with kindness and understanding, you learn to extend the same compassion to yourself as an adult. This self compassion is a cornerstone of mental and emotional well being. I really want to repeat that whole thing again because I really want you to hear it, listen, and almost internalize it. Your inner child is deserving of love, care, and nurturing. By treating them with kindness and understanding, you learn to extend that same compassion to yourself as an adult. This self compassion is a cornerstone of mental and emotional well being. I like that a lot. Authenticity. As you reconnect with your inner child, you may find it easier to live authentically, and it will in some ways create an alignment with your true self. This leads to a more fulfilling and purposeful driven life. So as we embark on this meditation journey next, remember that you're taking a meaningful step towards self discovery, towards healing, and towards personal growth. Embrace this opportunity to connect with your inner child, nurture your inner spirit, and unlock the potential of, well, the potential for positive change in your life. All right. So we'll have a quick pause and get yourself again comfortable, and we will start the meditation as I transition into the next room.
for being here. Welcome back. And as you see, we are in this very special room designed for our meditation for today. So we have thunder and rain in the back. And today we'll be taking a moment to reconnect with your inner child, that part of you filled with wonder, hope, and resilience. Remember, your inner child is always with you, waiting to be acknowledged and nurtured. We'll start. Deep breath in. If you can hold it for about 3 seconds and then exhale out. Deep breath in, exhale out. With your breathe in, you'll be releasing any tension you feel in your shoulders, in your arms, on your face. Feel yourself becoming more grounded in this present moment. Just breathe in, out. Concentrate on your breathing. Let everything that happened earlier today or yesterday, whatever it is that has been taking up space in your mind, concentrate on your breathing. We're just going to let it go. Now if you may close your eyes gently, please. Thank you. Put your eyes closed. Let's journey onto a peaceful place. Imagine the place peaceful. You're heading there to that peaceful place. Think about your childhood. Think about that place when you were a child. A place where you felt safe, loved, and also free. Breath in and out. Have you found a place? That place in your childhood where you felt safe, loved, free. Picture it clearly in your mind, through your eyes. Can you see it? You do see it. Can you hear it? Can you hear the sounds? How do you feel? Stay or go towards that safe place where there is love, where you are free. Can you see what it looks like? Can you touch the texture? Smell the scent? Now in this special place from your past, look for your inner child. You know what that child looks like. Look for them. They're there, waiting for you. When you find your inner child, approach them with love and curiosity. Ask how they're feeling. Show them that you care. Your eyes are closed. You're in your safe, loving spot. Oh, there you are. Oh, so great to see you. Welcome your inner child with so much love. Show them how much you care. There's so much to talk about, so much to say. But for now, for today, this is just a re-encounter. It's for your inner child to know that you're here. You're presently here. Thank them for their strength, for their resilience. You know it took strength, and you know it took resilience. Say thank you. They have helped you overcome challenges and brought you to this moment, this time. There's no why, there's no how. There is just gratitude. For their strength, for their resilience. Show them how much you love them. Thank you. Thank you. I am here because of you. Embrace their presence and let their positive energy flow into your life. I see you. I love you. Thank you. Deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Continue. Show them that beautiful smile of yours. Tell them it's all okay. That they're okay and you are okay. Be ready to give them your last hug for now. And remind them how much they mean to you. Thank them for everything they've done and continue to do. Your inner child has been there from the very beginning and will always be there. It's time to say goodbye with the promise that you will see them again. Gently start to turn your focus to the present moment. My voice, take the palms of your hands and open them upwards as to the ceiling, to the sky, to the heavens. For it is with open palms we receive our blessings. And we say thank you. We say thank you. Take the palms of your hands, bring them together slowly. As they touch, bring your fingers close together. No need to apply tension, just gently and slowly move your hands back and forth. So while one goes south, the other one goes north. Gently rub in the palm of your hands. Feel the texture of your hands, the warm or the coldness in your fingers. As you come back to the now and to the present. When you're ready, take your hands and rest them on your knees with your palms again open upwards towards the ceiling, towards the sky. You are strong. You are beautiful. You're loved. Say it again. You are strong. You're beautiful. You are loved. Say it again. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are loved. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Another one. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Gently start to open your eyes. Acquaint yourself again with your surroundings. You carry with you the strength. You carry with you the love and the healing energy of your inner child. Take that strength, that love, that healing energy throughout your day, throughout your evening, wherever you are, and whatever time it is. You are whole. You are resilient. You are loved. You are whole. You are resilient. Oh, my beautiful, and you are loved. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now take a minute or two. Center back into the present. Thank you. I thank you for doing this. I thank you for being awesome, beautiful, resilient, for being so loved and forgiven love. For the world that we live in needs so much healing. And with our love we shall heal. I thank you. You can stay where you are until we come back again to the next part of our podcast today. Thank you.
Tomorrow's still a mystery. Don't worry about what you wear or eat. Just stop and smell the roses. Nothing here is guaranteed, but the love surrounding you and me will hold us together. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat. With everything in motion. Here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment. In every single moment. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat. With everything in motion. Here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment.
Come on, fly. I'm ready for it.
I really hope you got something out of that meditation, and you were able to connect to that inner child that we all carry, right? So many times, as I said before, for one reason or another, we disconnect or we forget about that inner child. And I think it's really important to keep connecting back again, because it is a reminder of that pureness of who we used to be. And still, as we grow, develop, and we learn, and we become hopefully better people in the world, we're still able to connect back to that inner child and still learn and still kind of, in some sense, update them, because they also need to heal from whatever trauma that they might be carrying from our past. So, in closing, I'm going to try and wrap this up now. In explaining as to why the podcast sort of changed, and I sort of call this, sharp right turn. After I was having struggles with the how the podcast was coming together, and each time I sort of tried to redo it, I found that I was just piling on more stuff and feeling even more heavier in regards to the tone that the podcast was taking. So after watched that one show on Talk TV, that was the show that I was kind of responding to, or the podcast was being, designed around. I was sort of in a fighting mood, right? Ready. I was sort of ready to call them out on their lies and sexism and racism and gaslighting and the misogynistic point of views and all that kind of stuff. I spent a lot of time, as I said, putting together the first take at it, and then went again the second time, and then the third time, and then by the fourth, I said, okay, I've got to let this go. Right? Something is not right about it, and I've got to let it go. And I somehow ended up, I know how I ended up, but somehow I ended up thinking maybe if I watch other shows on Talk TV, and sort of maybe that will do something. It did do something. It took me into a dark place and a rabbit hole, basically, because it that kind of television or information exchange, it's very heavy for some people, and for me it is. And it kind of drains your energy. Let me just say this. This is my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's how I'm not saying that's what they do or anything like that. I'm saying that's how I felt, right? The reaction that I had to watching um, more shows on Talk TV. So one of the things that they kept saying in many of the shows was, you know, you I kept hearing this word, and the word is truth. Truth. We tell the truth. Here is where, you know, falsehood comes to die, or something like that. And it reminds me a lot of how Fox News in the US, when I forgot his name, but actually I don't need to remember his name. He used to say at the intro of his show, this is where there's no spin, or something like that. This is where spin, this is the honest truth, or there's no spin. And I remember watching that man's show a couple of times and thinking, are you kidding me? Your entire show's about spin. And watching shows like these I that a lot of people watch, and that is where they get their information from, it really bugged me, and it started to worry me. And I usually tend to stay away from stuff like that because I know what it does to me emotionally, mentally, physically. Because I know there's a segment of the population, whether that is large or small, that will listen to this stuff and actually believe it. And the way the host and all of them kind of have this argumentative attitude and in your face, when that host on the show that I was going to respond to, when he said, yeah, she hates the royal family, meaning Meghan, and, you know, she hates us, she hates Britain. And guess what? Well, we hate her too. The feeling is mutual. Meghan has never said she hated the royal family. And she's certainly never said she hates British people. She didn't even imply it. What she said, and if anyone wants take the time and actually go and seek it out, was that the institution of the monarchy, that institution that runs it, because there's people who are running the institution, right? There's people who are giving advice to the queen, the king, to whomever. There are people who are working for each camp who have deals with tabloids and so on, and they go back and forth and trade stories and all of that. Oh, this is allegedly, but it's out in newspapers. I know Byline Investigates just dropped their latest investigation, which I have to read. I haven't read it yet. So knowing that a lot of people watching this do not look for other sources or do not get information from other places so they can have a more balanced opinion, it made me, it didn't make me, but it reinforced that until we get information that is honest, until we get honest players on the scene that are just willing to tell the truth or willing to say, you know, it's not here or there. The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle, but this is the information we have gotten, right? When these royal reporters affirm certain things and people trust what they're saying, and they know very well that they're either lying or they're creating some story or they got this from someone who is trading disinformation in order for, another type of information is not disclosed. It's all very corrupt. It's all very dark in regards to the energy that it gives out. And like Maya Angelou has said, and this is something I truly believe in, and I've sort of even seen it. You kind of see it, you witness it. When you go into someone's home, think about it the next time you go into someone's home. When you go into someone's home, there's a certain amount of energy you will feel. Maybe not everyone feels it, but a lot of people do. You go into someone's home and you'll feel an unease, right? There's something, and then it kind of goes away very quickly if you're being entertained or you're having dinner, lunch, or you're there to work or something, right? It goes away. But that initial feeling, that is our instincts. And that is the energy within that home. Energy attaches itself to our skin, it gets into us. If someone, for example, repeats and tells you constantly that you're stupid, hey, you're stupid, you're good for nothing, you're so dumb, shut up, who told you to speak? Those are words, and they have impact. So we already see the impact that these words, these false stories and narratives, the consequences that they have. When there was a narrative that the Democrats were keeping children or babies or something like that in under some pizza parlor basement, and some guy decides, well, he's going to go rescue these children, gets a gun, goes into the pizza parlor. So these people who are making tons of money and barefaced are spewing hatred, lying to the population or the people who are watching them. They're creating more and more agents of anger, of resentment, separation. And that is where our society is. I kind of look at what's happening in the world and all these conflicts and everything else, and it's fed by people who make that decision. They make the decision that they will sell their soul in order to get, whether it's economic benefit or societal benefits or something like that. And the rest of society just kind of, we deteriorate. There's no conversations that happens anymore. There isn't honest talk. There, there are people who honestly believe some of the things that they're being told. When you have countless amount of charges against a former president, and you still have, well, it's young people and all these other that still supports this person, and they think that all of this is just invented, it's a witch hunt. When he said I could stand on Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and I would get away with it, he meant it, and he would. His supporters completely have stopped thinking for themselves. And it sort of had me going like, why does that happen? But this experience of just watching 5 or 6 shows that I watch on that channel and coming away from it just that one day, coming away feeling so heavy, so like my spirit was being taken out of me, because I also understood the implication of what they're doing. When we have a respectable network like the BBC, like BBC News, that I've always respected, I think they have excellent reporting. But to realize the way they reported the issues that were happening to Harry and Meghan, a story that I paid a lot of attention to. And when they were reporting on certain stories, I was like, well, that's not how it happened. Or, why are you taking that tone? Because your tone is not unbiased, it's very much so biased. And as of late, when the BBC kept this sort of false narrative about people who were peacefully marching in London in regards to the conflict in the Middle East, they reported one thing, and that's not what happened at all. I wasn't there, but countless amount of other journalists, other independent observers that were there, and people that I trust, called him out for it. And then eventually they walked back their comment. But what happens when we don't have those people to call them out? So that is why we have a new podcast. And I decided to do sort of a more healing podcast instead to do, reconnecting to your inner child. Because I think for a lot of these people, a lot of them, I think their inner child is very wounded, very, very wounded. And they need to have an honest conversation. They need to heal, because the amount of anger, the amount of hatred that I see these people like just spit out as if they were just drinking water. It comes so easy to them. It just makes me wonder. Do they not see the conflicts around them? Do they not see? I think people think that, oh, I'll do this or that, but it's never going to affect me. Oh, trust me, it will affect you one way or another. And maybe, who knows, maybe, yeah, maybe you become the leader of the whatever and nothing affects you and you gain more power. But life has a cycle, and your life has a cycle. You're not going to live forever. None of us will. And this is the legacy you want to leave for the world. So that's it. I hope that explains it. I wrote something and I was debating whether or not I would share it or read it with you. I find writing very cathartic and very helpful for me when I'm in a place that I don't like or I'm feeling a certain way. I just grab pencil or pen and no typing, no technology. I actually write it. And I will and write whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever comes to my mind. And once I stop, I'll stop. I'll not look at it. I'll not read it over again. I'll just go have some tea and then I'll come back to it and read it. And I find that it helps me. So maybe that's another thing you can add on to your own self-help toolkit. All right. All right. So here we go. This is what I wrote. Let me see if it makes any sense this time around reading it. It was inspired by Prince Harry, by the way. In the world of Formula One, when drivers navigate those high-speed circuits, they encounter moments that demand a sharp right turn. These moments symbolize the need to change course swiftly, to honor authenticity, and to stay true to oneself. One must take a sharp right turn. It's your inner compass telling you to do so. Just like in racing, in life, we may find ourselves on a track that doesn't truly reflect our passions or our purpose. Sometimes we veer in a direction not of our choosing, perhaps to meet expectations or fulfill obligations. But here's the catch. Even in the fastest car on the track, you can't win if you're heading in the wrong direction. Formula One teaches us that recognizing the need for a sharp right turn is a sign of wisdom and self-awareness. It's about the courage to shift gears, to follow our true calling, and to unapologetically be ourselves. When you make that turn, you'll feel the wind on your sails, the thrill of authenticity, and the joy of pursuing your dreams. So, I encourage you to embrace your inner racer. Be in the driver's seat of your own life. And remember, it's never too late to take that sharp right turn. The checkered flag awaits you. You get there with your authentic self, and we celebrate you. And your authentic journey starts now.